Vision, a sense of creating something special. A place where people want to live. Looking forward has been an integral part of Calgary's past. What kind of a city do we envision? And how will we continue to build it?
100 years ago, there was a lot happening in Calgary. We were only a city of 40,000, but we were building things that were for a city of more and a much bigger city than we were. So we were visioning, we were dreaming. And Calgary has had art in public places for quite a while, in fact. The first major piece is the Boer War Memorial in Central Memorial Park, which went in 1911. So it's about a century ago that effectively we started doing sculpture in public places. The Centre Street Bridge was constructed in 1916, and as a part of that design, there were 4 lion sculptures placed on top of the bridge as sort of gateway sentinels. They were sculpted individually. They each had their own individual markings. The original lions were taken off when the bridge was refurbished in 1999. One is in front of our City Hall. It's still an iconic object in our public realm. And replicas were made and put onto the bridge.
While we can't see the future, we can plan for it. What do we leave behind? And what do we keep?
I like to start talking about the pieces that people see every day, but don't really stop to think about, such as the family of man. It's officially the Brotherhood of Mankind, aka the family of man. And when it first came here, there were numerous articles in the newspaper about the tall, skinny, naked figures, and many people spoke out against them. Because they've been around now for 40 years, people have used them as a landmark in our city, and they see them as one of the iconic structures in downtown Calgary. So the more you live with art, actually if it works well, the more you gain from it. When I first started with the art program, the city was going through the 16th Avenue Urban Corridor widening project, and there was a mural on one of the buildings that was going to come down. It was a mural by the prominent Calgarian ceramic artist. Because people really wanted to save it, we found a way to move this mural and relocate it to the North Mount Pleasant Art Centre, where it's now installed as an independent mural just outside of the building. The Conversation by William McKeltron down on Stephen Avenue Mall, just the 2 businessmen. They've been talking to each other since 1991. The artist actually came to Calgary and walked through all of our downtown and picked that specific site for those businessmen because he felt that that was where they would have the most impact. Robert Aldridge was a fairly established Alberta artist, and he did several public artworks for buildings that were being built in the 70s and early 80s. And some of these buildings, as they went up again, were interested in creating not just the functional form, but somehow having that element of art to communicate what the building was about, or maybe just to draw people to those buildings, because they're fairly significant buildings in terms of their civic purpose.
Art has the power to change a city, to propel it toward greatness in a way that informs the world of who and what we are. It's an essential part of Calgary's rich culture and will continue to bring a sense of vibrancy and engagement. Public art touches our lives and will propel Calgary, cultural capital of Canada, into an even brighter future.
We are really thrilled and excited that Jaume Plensa will be creating a work of art specifically for our city that will be placed outside the Bow building. We're thrilled that he'll be working here because he is an artist of international caliber, and he has done major installations throughout the world. Most notably, I believe, is probably the one in Millennium Park in Chicago, the Crown Fountain. And so to have someone of that caliber creating a work specifically for your city is pretty exciting. What's really, really exciting about this project is that the artwork itself is actually being fabricated right here in Calgary. The team that's working on that, Heavy Industries, as fabricators, they're a fairly young team in Calgary, but incredibly innovative, and they have a really, really strong desire to succeed and to do amazing, exciting work. This piece, because of its monumentality and its complexity, it's going to take some time to actually be installed on site. And what a great opportunity for Calgarians to see what's all involved with installing a major piece of infrastructure, because ultimately that's what it is. If you can successfully engage your citizens and really have them fall in love with the city that they live in, you have a strong community, you have strong civic engagement, you have all of the ingredients for moving a city forward, for really growing a city.